Dear students, I am Dr. Rajiv Sapre. This is lecture number 8, but for this particular chapter, it is lecture number 4. You know, the name of the chapter is Parallel Lines and Transversal. So now we were solving the problems in the previous lecture. We will continue with that. Now suppose we have a problem like this, that you are given two parallel lines. This is actually problem number 3 from page number 12. So I will write it like this, say 3 upon 12. But actually this problem from the book is okay, but you should be able to think whenever such problems are asked, right? Because this problem is not much important. Whatever important is the thing that we are using to solve such problems. So this is one parallel line, this is one line, this is another parallel line to that. I am drawing rough sketches, so you may not find that lines are parallel, but we have to understand the topic. Here is one transversal, here is another transversal. Okay, we have done it or not? I will check it. Yeah, it is not done. So here the issue is this angle, and here is another transversal. Both the transversal also are parallel to themselves. So this is line P, right? This is line Q, then this is L, and this is M. See what is given in the adjoining figure. See, given things are line P is parallel to line Q. Okay. Also, line L is parallel to line M. Okay. We have to find measures of angles ABC. Okay. So what is given to you is this is your 80 degrees angle. This is given. Then this is A. Okay, and in the figure they have given that this is B, this angle is B, and this angle is C. Okay. So now you have to find the values of A, B and C. Now if you observe this diagram or figure, then the angle, so now suppose I have to calculate ABC. But you know this angle, if you consider this angle, suppose I call this as A, right? Then we know, or A is already there. Suppose, okay, I will erase this because A is already there. Suppose I call this angle as say R. Then what is the relation between 80 degrees angle and this R? Now this is one line, right? This is a line, and this is another line. So here this angle 80 degrees and R, they are angles in linear pair. So I will say angle R and 80 degrees, angle 80 degrees, angle 80 degrees are angles in linear pair, right? They are angles in linear pair. And so what will happen? You know, I have given you the property. When two angles are in linear pair, their addition is 180. That is R plus 80 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Because you know, angles in linear pair are they are supplementary to each other. That means their addition is 180. Measures of those angles, when you add, it gives you 180. So naturally, so R is equal to what? 180 minus 80. 180 degrees minus 80 degrees. So it is 100 degrees. So I will say this R is 100 degrees. Okay. Now after that is done, you can think of these two angles. Suppose I call this angle as S. Now what has happened? What has happened here? This L is one line, another line parallel to that is M, and this is the transversal P. Because of this transversal and these two parallel lines, R and S now are interior angles, right? So from figure, now I am adding this s etc. It was not given in the book. It was not given in the problem actually. So from figure now, L and M are parallel, L parallel to M, and P is its transversal. P is transversal. Okay, now what can you say from this? P is transversal. So R and S are what? Interior angles. Are interior angles. Now when you know what you know about interior angles, they are supplementary. So as interior angles are supplementary, interior angles are supplementary, what will happen? Angle R plus angle S is 180. But now what is R? So that means 100 degrees plus angle S is 180 degrees. बरोबर ना, कारण R ची किंमत मी 100 डिग्रीज टाकू शकतो. सो अँगल S इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्रीज minus 100 degrees. So it is 80 degrees. So this comes out to be 80 degrees. That is known to you now. Okay. Now what happened? See this angle. Suppose now you take these two parallel lines P and Q and assume that this is its transversal. So if I write this angle as say T, right, then what will happen? S and T will be corresponding angles. See, you can see now S and T will be corresponding angles. Why? Because these two lines P and Q are parallel and we are taking this M as its transversal. तुम्ही या दिशेने बघा की P आणि Q पॅरलल लाईन्स आणि ही जर ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली तर ही जी S जो अँगल आहे तो या पॅरलल लाईनच्या खाली आहे, ट्रान्सव्हर्सलच्या वर आहे. तसंच हा जो अँगल आहे T तो कसा आहे, पॅरलल लाईनच्या खाली आहे आणि ट्रान्सव्हर्सलच्या वर आहे. त्यामुळे S आणि T, राईट. सो इफ वी कन्सिडर two parallel lines P and Q and its transversal M, then angle S and angle T are what? They are corresponding angles. Okay, now what you know about corresponding angles? They are congruent, right? As corresponding angles are congruent, corresponding angles are congruent, angle T is what? 80 degrees. Now once this angle is of 80 degrees, see now you can say this is 80 degrees. Now B is its opposite angle and you know opposite angles are congruent. So angle T and angle B being opposite angles, they are congruent, right? So I will say angle B and angle T are opposite angles. Angle B and angle T are opposite angles. Okay, so they are congruent. So we now get angle B as 80 degrees. That is done. So now coming to figure, now this is 80, B is 80, I will write it 80 here. This is of 80 degrees. Now you can easily see that if you take these two lines, parallel lines, and this as a transversal, then C and B are corresponding angles. So which two lines I am taking? P and Q. So now if we consider parallel lines, now which two parallel lines you will consider? Actually that is also not necessary, because as S is 80 degrees, C is its opposite angle, right? So by the property of opposite angles, as they are congruent, S and C will be same degree, 80. Also another reason that I can give is, line P and line Q you take as parallel lines, and this M is you take as a transversal, then C and B are corresponding angles, and as corresponding angles are congruent, C is also of 80 degrees. So I will write it 80 here, and then we will write explanation there. Better to use corresponding angle technique, that is better. P and Q are parallel and M is its transversal. If we consider parallel lines, which parallel lines? P and Q. P and Q and M as its transversal. M as its transversal. Then angle C and angle B are corresponding angles. So they are congruent. That is angle, which angle we are talking about now? C. Angle C or B, what we are talking about? Angle C is of 80 degrees. So angle C is 80 degrees. Okay, so angle C we have got. Then here somewhere we have got angle B. Now only angle A remains to calculate. Now A is here. See, A is here. Now very simple thing, that this angle A, okay, and this angle A and the angle here, suppose I take this angle as RST, T already we have taken. So suppose U, I take this angle as U, suppose this angle as U. Then what is U? Because this is 80 degrees, and another reason that I can give, this is 100 degrees R. So it is opposite angle to 100. R ला हा opposite angle आहे, so U also will be of 100 degrees, right? आणि मग U आणि A जर आपण ह्या दोन पॅरलल लाईन्स घेतल्या PQ आणि L ही त्याची ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली, तर U आणि A काय होणार? किंवा दुसरा विचार तुम्ही करा, U आणि A म्हणजे U नव्हे, हा 80 डिग्रीचा अँगल आणि A हे दोन इंटिरियर अँगल्स झाले या दोन पॅरलल लाईन्स आणि ही ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली तर. आणि तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की इंटिरियर अँगल्सचं ॲडिशन 180 डिग्रीज असतं, कारण ते सप्लिमेंटरी असतात. त्यामुळे 80 प्लस A विल बी 180. पण त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला हे नेहमी सांगावं लागेल की कुठल्या पॅरलल लाईन्सचा तुम्ही विचार करताय आणि त्याची कोणती ट्रान्सव्हर्सल तुम्ही घेता, ते विरुद्ध कोण कसे आहेत, ते अल्टरनेट अँगलवर प्रश्न नाही आहे इथे. दिस इज जस्ट करस्पॉन्डिंग, प्लेइंग विथ करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स अँड इंटिरियर अँगल्स अँड अपोजिट अँगल्स. So you have to consider now PQ and L. Okay, so now consider, so if we consider two parallel lines P and Q, okay, and L, line L as its transversal. Then what is angle? The angle of 80 degrees. Then angle 80 degrees and angle A are interior angles. So 80 degrees plus angle A means is equal to 180. So naturally angle A is 180 degrees. 180, just don't write 180, it should be degrees. 180 minus 80 degrees. So it will be equal to 100 degrees. So now you can write here in the figure, you can write कि angle A is 100 degrees. So done. You were asked to calculate A, so it is 100. B, it was 80, and C is also 80. So 100, 80, 80. ABC, right? So finally the answer will be so angle A is 100 degrees. Angle B is equal to angle C is equal to 80 degrees. Right? So this is how such things can be done. This is not at all difficult. So this way you can write the answer as per the required. You can write the answer this way. Okay, so I hope you understood how I explained the problem. You should be able to write on your own such things. They are not at all difficult. Only thing is you should think in a proper way. सी हे गणितामध्ये हे असंच आहे, तुम्हाला प्रॉपर थिंकिंग जर करता आलं तर कुठलाही प्रॉब्लेम सोडवता येतो. तो प्रॉब्लेम सोडवण्यासाठी जी काही थिअरी लागते तुम्हाला ती तुमची तयार पाहिजे. आता इथे काय थिअरी आपण वापरली की करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, इंटिरियर अँगल्स दे आर सप्लिमेंटरी आणि अपोजिट अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. And you should know what is supplementary. Supplementary means the addition of those angles will be 180 degrees. Congruent means angles are of equal measure. So this is what you are required to know. Okay. Now we will go for the one graded problem. Say it is problem number 5 from your book. So 5 I will write upon say page number is 12. So 5 by 12. This is page number. This is problem number. I will draw the rough sketch of that diagram, whatever is given. This is line P. This is P. And below that somewhere it is line L. Here suppose. This is line L. And next it is Q. Okay, this is line Q, and then you have one here something, and this is connected, and here also, and this angle is given as X. This is given as 40 degrees. 40 degrees, and what? This is given as, I think it is 30 degrees. This is given as 30 degrees. Okay, so we have to find angle X with the help of this figure. You can easily see here that suppose I name this particular, if I means this line suppose, or this is line segment actually. Suppose I take it as L, and this line segment L, ना, this is L, आणि ही लाईन सेगमेंट आपण ही जी आहे ना ही जर आपण M घेतली, म्हणजे ही M घेतली आपण कुठली, समजा आपण नावं देऊया ना, इथे आपण ह्या पॉईंटला O नाव देऊया, या पॉईंटला A नाव देऊया आपण, आणि या पॉईंटला B नाव देऊया. म्हणजे आपण असं लिहूया की सेगमेंट OA lies on लाईन एल. ओके. तसंच सेगमेंट ओ बी लाईज ऑन लाईन एम या लाईनवर. मग आता काय होणार बघा, या दोन पॅरलल लाईन्स आहेत आणि हे त्याचं काय आहे बघा, हा जो अँगल आहे ना इथला जो अँगल आहे म्हणजे काय आहे बघा की हा टोटल अँगल एक्स आहे, पण त्या एक्सचे दोन भाग पडलेत ना. आपण समजा इथे नाव देऊया पी हा पॉईंट आणि इथे बी आहेच आपण घेतलेला, म्हणजे एक्स अँगल एक्स जो आहे ना तो कुणाकुणाची बेरीज आहे बघा. तो अँगल AOP प्लस अँगल काय होणार POB, अँगल POB यांचं ते ॲडिशन आहे बघा ना. हा अँगल जो आहे ना AOP म्हणजे हा वरचा भाग झाला आणि अँगल POB हा खालचा भाग झाला. या दोघांचं ते ॲडिशन आहे. आता ह्या दोन पॅरलल लाईन्स आणि ही ट्रान्सव्हर्सल जी आहे त्याच्यामुळे इथला अँगल आणि इथला अँगल म्हणजे हा आपण समजा एक्स म्हणजे जो आहे ना तो एक्स इज इक्वल टू आपण काहीतरी लिहूया R प्लस S. म्हणजे हा जो आहे ना वरचा भाग हा R झाला, आपण लिहूया काहीतरी इथे हा R आणि हा S मिळून ते R प्लस S म्हणजे हा एक्स झाला. मग तो R जो अँगल आहे ना इथला तो अँगल, हा जो इथला अँगल आहे तो आणि हा 40 डिग्रीचा अँगल हे अल्टरनेट अँगल्स झाले बरोबर ना. ही लाईन सेगमेंट इंटरनल अल्टरनेट अँगल्स आहेत. सो अँगल ऑफ 40 डिग्रीज अँड अँगल R आर internal alternate angles, internal alternate angles. So they are supplementary, they are congruent. Alternate angles are always congruent, so they are congruent. Okay, so what? So angle R is equal to 40 degrees. सो आपणाला हे मिळालं की R हा जो अँगल आहे वरचा भाग एक्सचे दोन भाग केले ना आपण R आणि S, त्यातला Rचं किंमत 40 झाली. तसंच हा जो S आहे तो आणि हा 30 डिग्री हे पण अल्टरनेट अँगल्स आहेत. सिमिलरली वी कॅन से what we can say, angle S and angle 30 degrees and 30 degrees are internal alternate angles. Internal alternate angles. So they are supplementary. Alternate angles are supplementary. Sorry, not supplementary. They are congruent. Extremely sorry. So they are congruent. And congruent means what? They have same measure. So angle S is 30 degrees. Now angle X is equal to angle R plus angle S. So angle X is equal to 40 degrees plus 30 degrees, and so it is 70 degrees. But here one thing is important, that this answer is okay. So what is expected? What is angle X was expected? So measure of angle X, we will write neat properly, measure of angle X, or we will call it as angle X only. Angle X is equal to 70 degrees. This will be the answer. I hope you understood how to write. Okay, main issue is you should be able to flash this answer that you are writing must be able to flash. मग त्याला काहीतरी रेड अंडरलाईन करा किंवा ते चौकोनात लिहा, मग अशी त्या वर्तुळात लिहिलं मी, कसंही करा पण तुमचं आन्सर हे फ्लॅश झालं पाहिजे. आता हा प्रॉब्लेम ज्यावेळी तुम्ही करता ना त्यावेळी तुम्हाला कुठल्या पॅरलल लाईन्स आणि कुठली ट्रान्सव्हर्सल, आता हा 40 आणि हा R सेम आहे कारण ते अल्टरनेट अँगल्स आहेत. याच्यासाठी आपण P आणि L ह्या पॅरलल लाईन्स घेतल्या आणि ही ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली. इथे आपण L लिहिलं ना त्याच्याऐवजी L1 लिहूया. L1 ही ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली आणि इथे आपण ही ट्रान्सव्हर्सल घेतली आणि P आणि M ह्या पॅरलल लाईन्स घेतल्या. सॉरी नॉट पी आणि एम, एल आणि क्यू ह्या पॅरलल लाईन्स घेतल्या. नावं देताना ती वेगवेगळी पाहिजे. आय फॉरगॉट दॅट इट इज एल हिअर, सो आय गेव एल, बट इट इज नॉट एल, इट इज समथिंग एल्स. त्याला जसं तुम्ही ह्याला एम म्हटलं तसं ह्याला काहीतरी वेगळं नाव द्या. ते ठीक आहे, नावं हा महत्त्वाचा इश्यू नाही आहे. ते अल्टरनेट अँगल्स कसे आहेत आणि ते अल्टरनेट अँगल्स असल्यामुळे ते कॉन्ग्रुएंट आहेत, हा कन्सेप्ट आपण इथे वापरतो. आय होप यू अंडरस्टूड वॉट एव्हर इज डिस्कस्ड इन दिस लेक्चर. ओके, हॅव अ नाईस डे. वी विल स्टॉप हिअर. अगेन ॲट द एंड आय विल अपील that you subscribe my channel Maths Made Easy by Dr. Rajiv Sapre and take advantage of all these lectures. Thank you. Have a nice day.